Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Selling with Corey, where you follow me on my print-on-demand journey with these chit-chat videos that I do and a couple random videos in between. And today we're going to start our week off, as we always do basically, with a weekly update on what's going on with my print-on-demand shops. So today I'm going to combine both of my shops versus doing one video on Etsy and one video on Merch by Amazon, just because a lot of things have really slowed down with my print-on-demand stores, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's start with how Etsy is doing. So obviously I let you all know in my update video from the end of the month last month that things have really slowed down with my Etsy shop essentially since I stopped advertising. I have gotten a couple of comments on that video for my 4th month update. I really appreciate the feedback and I really appreciate the suggestions that were given. I do feel like I need to niche down a little bit more because my shop is kind of, after looking at it, taking a step back, is a little bit all over the place. I have a lot of interests and my shop essentially shows a lot of those interests, and I have a lot of holiday niches obviously that I'm doing right now to try to get some attention into those shops. And I've already talked about in the past how I am going to have to kind of take a step back and see what I'm going to do come January anyway. So we're kind of going to see how that goes. I'm going to continue with my holiday niches, but in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I am essentially looking into how I can niche down even more to make my shop more specific, to try to get more sales out there. Stay tuned. This is all a learning process for me. Just trying to stick with things that I know and stick with things that I enjoy, things that are popular for what I know. But I do feel like taking a step back, I've been taking a little bit of a break from kind of like being on it 24/7 and like really thinking about what I want to niche down to do. So that is something I am working towards. I do want to start back up my advertising, obviously, at some point this month, hopefully, but we'll see what happens. I did have a bunch of designs that expired middle of October, end of October, somewhere within the last week. I've been kind of off and on checking it out with both of my print-on-demand services, just because of the fact that obviously I was just on vacation last weekend and things at my regular full-time job are starting to pick up a little bit. The joys of working retail life and the holidays coming, those are going to get a little crazier now, which is fine. Story of my life. I'm used to it. But I haven't been looking at my Etsy shop on a daily basis like I was a couple of weeks ago. So I did have a bunch of stuff expire. I went ahead and deleted a bunch of it. I went and renewed a few more. But just trying to kind of niche stuff down a little bit more, see what's even getting looks. A lot of the stuff that I deleted, nobody was even looking at. They were getting like 0 views even when I was advertising them in the beginning. When I started advertising, they were getting 0 views, 0 follows, 0 likes. So I'm kind of taking the feedback of what it was like when I was advertising them and deciding at that point if it's something that I want to hold on to, if it's worth that 20-cent renewal, or if it's something I want to change up and replace. Because obviously I was kind of doing this for about a month or 2 on Etsy before I started YouTube. So needless to say, I'm kind of going in and deciding what needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done, what designs can I kind of change up to make them more appealing. Like if I like the text part of the design, but I'm not a real fan of the picture, what can I do to change it up a little bit to make it more appealing to then re-put it back on my Etsy shop. So that's kind of where I'm at with my Etsy shop. I'm taking a look at the stuff that's expiring, kind of checking it out, getting rid of the stuff that I don't want to kind of jump into, and obviously renewing the stuff that I do want to and going back to revamp the stuff that needs to be revamped. So like I said, Etsy doesn't really have too much going on. So that's about it at the moment. Not bad. I mean, it's all going to be a learning process. I've never done this before, so it's going to take time. Like I said, I did get a bunch, not a bunch, but a few comments on that video with suggestions and things that I can do, and I'm really kind of taking a step back, paying attention to those and doing my research. So I really do appreciate that. Let's talk about Merch by Amazon now. No more sales since the end of the month with Merch by Amazon. Again, I haven't been paying too much attention to that because of the same reasons with Etsy. Work's starting to pick up. I went on vacation, but I am starting to go and pay attention to that. I haven't started deleting any of the Halloween designs yet. I'm debating, because I'm in such of the lower tiers, it's a little bit harder for me, especially on like my husband's who had a few sell. Like I want to delete them to make rooms for others. But at the same time, I don't want to delete them because I know that they're doing better, which means that they're going to tier up more. But with them being holiday designs, they're not going to really be relevant again until next year. Nobody's going to buy a Halloween holiday design in November and December and January. And with Merch by Amazon apparently not wanting to tier me up, just makes it a little bit difficult to kind of hold on to it and want to swap it out for something else. But no sales. I haven't swapped any designs out just yet, again, because I've kind of taken a step back with things for the week. And my husband and I are working on a couple of other ideas together that we're going to be working on this week a little bit later. Not something I really want to get into this week. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. We'll see how things go. Just kind of want to play with a couple of things. But so let's talk about the comments I got on Merch by Amazon. Nothing bad. I do appreciate all of the feedback, obviously. Everything is helpful. The comment I seem to be seeing a few times, not a lot, but a few times, is that Merch by Amazon is not tiering up right now because of the holidays. Now, I completely understand, but it's a little confusing for me. Let me tell you why. I have been doing Merch by Amazon since July. Yes, I can't remember when I started doing the videos, but I've been doing Merch by Amazon since about June, July. And I don't see an excuse at that point. I see as something's wrong. Either it's on my end or I'm not understanding how the tier up system works, but something is clearly going wrong. I do understand that they might not want to tier up in like October, November, and December if you're just starting and you're making sales because of like the comments I've been getting, the fact that it's the holidays. But at the same time, I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 months. And I don't understand why they wouldn't tier me up in like August or September, especially since I bought my 10 designs on my personal Merch by Amazon. Because, you know, that's what the print on demand gurus said to do. They said to buy 10 designs to tier yourself up. So I did that, and I did that with mine. We didn't touch my husband's. We only did it with mine. And that's the part that I'm a little confused about, because I didn't just start this in like September. I started this in like July. So I don't understand why during the summer or early fall they wouldn't want to tier me up. So this is where I'm a little confused. Maybe I've got it all wrong. Maybe I've got to do like 10 designs a month for 3 months. And that's why I'm not tiering up, because I made 10 made 10 sales and then no sales since. So maybe they're thinking that, you know, we're trying to play the system kind of thing, even though, like I said, I'm kind of doing what those whole print-on-demand Merch by Amazon gurus said to do. So I'm a little confused. I'm not sure exactly how that works. I feel like this is kind of the story of my life when it comes to Merch by Amazon. I'm just 100% confused all the time. Again, I do obviously appreciate the recommendations. I don't want to stop them. Like, any advice I get at this point is 100%, you know, appreciated. And I love the response. I love the fact that you're trying to help me understand this. But like I said, I'm just a little confused about the whole thing because I've been doing this since July and I still haven't tiered up. Like my husband's, I can understand why he hasn't tiered up because we didn't like quote unquote buy him out of his tier. But we did in July, August, somewhere around that point, buy me out of that tier. So that's where I'm a little confused as to how this works, concerning the fact it's not a recent thing. Like I've been doing this for a little bit. So I'm a little confused as to why at that point they would wait until after the holidays to tier me up. Because if they wait till after the holidays to tier me up, we're looking at like 6 months at that point that I was doing Merch by Amazon before getting tiered up. And I don't know. It would be nice if there's a little bit more information on exactly how the tier up system works, or a little bit more information on, what qualifies for a tier up. I feel like nobody really knows from the research I've tried doing into it. Nobody really knows what causes a tier up, what qualifications there are for the tier up. And Merch by Amazon isn't much help on that front either. Maybe I'm missing it. If you know, or if there is a resource that I can read to kind of understand it, please let me know. Please leave me a comment down below with the link for me to read into it, to watch it, to kind of let me know how this tier up system works. I feel like this has kind of been the story of my life for the past couple of months when it comes to Merch by Amazon. Like, at least once a month we talk about my frustration with the tiering system. So this is pretty much the first week of, I guess not even a first full week of November, but here's my update since last week's video. Like I said before, I really appreciate all of the comments and all of the advice I'm getting. I am looking into things, obviously. I am taking your advice and seeing what I can do with my shops. But I do 100% really appreciate the feedback. Keep giving it to me. Show me links on how this tier up thing works. Try to explain it to me better, hopefully. And don't forget to subscribe down below if you want to follow me on this journey. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.